Let me go back to my. So let's just have our VS Code open and open a file. So when you're making a website, usually, they'll give you, they have UI UX people that will design a website. Then they'll just give you and say, okay, make something. I want you to make this. So you should be able to see, you should be able to see, you should be able to see something like this, and you be able to determine how it was made, like what tags, how they got this. So this is just a small exercise in that. So today, I really won't do too much talking. We'll do this thing together. But most of the talking should come from you people. So you tell me, like this one, a tribute to Funke Akindele. You tell me, what tag do you think will achieve this thing, this part? Like, so we'll just be calling out the tags, and as you're calling it out, you're typing it too on your own. So it's just, so if you look at it, we also have a form here. So it's just a review of what we did last week and some new features. Really nothing new, sure. So when we've done that, then we'll see how we can do something like this. So let's start. So you make your HTML. I really like to see everybody. So let me see. But start with your HTML and let's start that.
Sorry, we didn't get that. What do you want us to do now?
Your new writes a new HTML file. So have a new HTML file open now. You can name it anything. So I will just name my own. Are you able to see my screen? My VS Code?
No.
Okay, let me
No.
share it. You can only see
Your browser.
Oh, okay. So it's still on. Sorry. Let me... see. How do they hide? Sorry, I've hidden this thing now. Sorry. Trying to get this floating bar up. But you can start. So, okay, while I'm trying to get the floating bar, what I'm saying is that apart from the picture, or you can even create your own picture, but because this picture, I just picked it up from the internet. So you can get your own picture. So you can start with this while I try and set up. So everything here, you try and start with it in your own. So you will determine what tag did I use for this one? How did I put this image up? How did I get this list? And this one, I've already given you expo. So start it, then we'll do it together while I try and get these things up. This one. Don't seem to get this something up. Okay.
Gbogbo ẹ̀ ni mo kọ sílẹ̀.
Mm. So have we started? Should we do it together? Or you people want to do it on your own? Or we should just do it together while you're looking at my screen? Hope you can see my VS Code now.
We've started, ma.
Okay. So anybody that has any issues, you can just draw my attention.
What do you want us to do? What are we to write now?
What I want is for you to reproduce this thing that I have on my screen. That's what I
We are
want.
not seeing your browser.
Okay, the browser. Okay, sorry. So can you see the browser now? Okay, I think it should be showing now. So a tribute to Funke Akindele should be showing. Oh, the charts. Do you get still?
Hold up, this today. John, Emma padà lọlé. on 21st April 24th August 1977, popular 1977, Funke Akindele, popularly known as Akindele, or Jennifer. Or Jennifer yeah. UL àbí OL èwo ni OL lọ sí ibi OL kìíní lè máa pè. Ibi editor nǹkan kan sì ń bá nǹkan tá a kún sí ibi tó wà ní Instagram máa fi gbé content ẹ pẹ̀ ṣé àpẹẹrẹ tí ń bọ̀ máa fọ́tò níbi yẹn ni pé gbogbo ẹ máa wà papọ̀ it's for good thing. Editor ọdún yìí kò ní pé inú ẹ̀ tó content ẹ̀ ọdún yìí ẹ̀ ó lè tó tó content ẹ̀ fẹ́ gùn bẹ̀ẹ̀ papọ̀ kó jẹ́ kó wà wọ́n nìyẹn. You can do this content without being good, but the precision is not good. You can still do this content without lẹ́yìn tá a ṣe tó content lẹ́yìn tó gbé cheese ní ẹ̀ bá follow ẹ̀ nínú. Bí a kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó content ẹ̀ ẹ̀ lè gbé kíní yẹn ẹ̀ lọ copy and paste the take content gbogbo ohun tá a pè é má sì ní ẹ̀. Tèmi tó ẹ ò ní bullet ilé lè ṣe ó ẹ̀ ó ní ó ẹ̀ no lẹ́yìn ebe David LI bullet la fẹ́ ṣe èwo ni bullet ẹ̀rọ náà mo tó wò ó yá ojú kẹrin kan. LI filmmaker LI ṣe ẹwẹ́ amúlùmí LI náà sì ni Producer. Politician. Ó pọ̀ o, àti get picture yẹn lò, a ti mọ kíní ìṣe o. A ti mọ ilé, a ti get ilé náà nìyẹn. Ó ti picture yẹn lórí ilé nẹ́ẹ̀sì. Nígbà tá a ti kọ́ ọmọ picture láti láti lọ ṣe picture yẹn, picture ṣe kó di ẹ̀sìn nígbà tí ìgbè yìí. Ìjẹ́ ti picture yìí mọ̀, ó yẹ ẹjẹ́ ká lọ ṣe náà. Politician. Ibo kí ló lọ sí yẹn ni o? Ṣé ẹ̀dà
You just
náà
open
ẹ̀dì mi
this now.
lòwó picture yìí?
You say
Yeah.
something?
She's doing it.
Kọ́kọ́ sọ YouTube ká tó lọ síbi HRS.
At the top, I just have some wine bottles and glasses that I got from my friends for my 21st birthday. Way down, here are some books that I've read. This shelf is actually the ugliest shelf ever, but it is the most wholesome because it just holds like all of my memories and all of my momentums that I've collected throughout the years. This is my drawing book for my internship. So for every internship, they usually give you like a notebook, and I keep that, and then I just use that the entire summer, and I keep it. This one has this is my first name tag from orientation. And yeah, just notes in here. It was really late. I was out late in Seattle, and then I took the bus home, and I just kept this ticket because I was like, wow, look at that. So I still have that. Oh, I have a lot of cups. This cup, my friend Jake went to study abroad in Cape Town. So he got me this cup. I have another cup back there. I have more cups in here. I just love collecting cups, but I don't use them because they get dirty. So on the side, I have a lot of these like lanyards, and these are just collections from events that I've been to. And down here it's just old books. And then this one, I really don't know what's in there. There's a sock. It's clean. And then here is where I keep my other garment. I thought and stuff. And then that's just my school backpack. Yeah, because this part is kind of
She brings up ilé ìkọ́ ọ̀ gbádùn ilé ìkọ́ ọ̀ wọ́n lè máa fi lọ wá ìdẹ́lẹ́ dátà bóyá
in winter, summer. And then moving over here, I got this little shelf from Amazon. It just holds all of my beauty stuff. Up top, these are my more used things like my jewelry, watches, deodorants,
wọ́n lè rí ìdílé rẹ̀
stuff like that. And then down here, it's just my things that I don't use that often. So these are all my virtual.
ní YouTube Target
And then,
image mi ti acting image ló yẹ ká ṣe kí ni YouTube sakọ ìbọn ò ní nítorí máa wọ̀ ní browser wa Still active. So, causing suffering. Sì, io pubblico appena già di...
This is my table. I got it from IKEA. Yeah, it's just well, with my friends. This is just a class tracker. So every semester I come back and I cross out the classes that I take, so I know what classes I need to take and stuff like that. So this is been really for.
Are we almost done?
No, ma.
Okay.
One great thing about this room is double windows, which gives me so much light in the morning. I'm just sometimes wow, I need light. But yeah, there are huge windows actually, so very blessed. Here I have some very light here, my bed, super comfy. I also got this from yes, I need that. The bedding is not tiny. Here I can take it. Some of the idea, some of the market. The Mac. This is reality. This is my son. And then the main attraction of the room is this brick wall. So funny story about this brick wall. My sister and I like semi-bought this room because we left exposed brick. It was either you get the smaller room with exposed brick or the room with like no exposed brick. And we just both wanted this room. And at the end, she was just gave me this room. And then when I want to see my next my room. It's this little organizer thing that I got also from IKEA last year. So I really liked how this looked. It makes everything look really neat and really put together. So on the top is a little shelf where I just have some boxes. I do store a lot of stuff in the boxes though. There's this random crap that I also completed, like past tests, past papers, past lab reports, like I come here to things about this apartment. I found this apartment below it was for your
Ma,
Yes.
does it stop as just join Funke's fan club? That's where it stops.
You
Or
can
is
see
there
the
more
form.
than
The form.
that? No, I can't, ma.
You can see name, email. There's a form under.
No, I can't, ma.
Why? Okay. Let me see if I can
It's only
style.
her.
Let me see if I can style it in a different way so that you see the form. Oh, sorry. What's this one?
The next one.
Okay.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Can you see the form now? Can you
Yes,
see
ma.
name, email? Okay. So just put a form. You can style it in a different way, but just put this form. So I'll do the same for the rest.
Just which I can only see name, ma.
I'm bringing up the rest.
Okay, ma.
So it doesn't have to look like the way I'm doing it. Most likely your own will be on a straight line, name, email. This email will also be on this line.
Okay,
There's
we don't use break, ma.
You said?
We don't have to use break.
No, don't use break. There's something
Okay.
else you use for it to be like that. So just
Mm.
I think
I'm done, ma.
Okay. Anybody else done? So just wait a few, like 10 minutes, so that by 6, we can go over it and continue. But if you're done before then, just let me know for the others. But do you have an image with you there? Did you put an image in your own?
Yes, ma.
Okay.
I did.
Yes, so when
Ma, can you see our screen, ma?
You said?
Hello, ma.
Yes,
Hello, ma.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hello, ma.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. It's on the chat. So is everybody done? Any other person having issues with this? That would go on. So that means what you have should look like this, something like this, which is a big deal. That means if you see a website, at least the structure of the website, that's the wordings of the website, you have an idea of how it came about. I'm not talking about the styling, I'm just saying the wordings in the website, you can reproduce it. So we want to go from here to here now. And like I say, CSS, HTML is all about the structure. Then CSS is about styling. Now, I'm not going to go into CSS proper, but I want to show you that we can still add a bit of styling in our HTML. So this is not really how it's done. I'll show you how it's done maybe later on, if time permits, or our next class. But I just want to do a light introduction to CSS, if I might say so. So,
Hello, ma, can you see our screen?
okay, you want to see us? No, as long as it looks like this, as long as it looks like this, it's fine. As long as you are able to get this on it, it's fine. You don't need to share the screen.
All right, we're able to get it. The only issue is that we've not done the form.
The HTML form.
Okay.
So we do that.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Because that was given as an assignment, so no problem. So let's continue. So like, so like I was saying, we're just going to do a brief introduction to CSS and get our browser looking like this. So I don't know how I'm going to share this thing now. Let's see. Okay, let me see which one I'm going to share. Can you please mute your mic? Okay, so this is what we have now. And I hope people can see this, my browser with the VS Code and the browser. Hope that's what you're saying. I think that's what you should be seeing. Let me see. Okay, that's what I'm sharing. So you can add CSS inside your HTML. It's called, when you do that, it's called inline styling. So you are styling it in these lines that's inside your HTML tags. So just type with me the next lesson as we go into CSS proper, you understand a lot of things that I've done, but I'll try and explain as much as possible. But when we start CSS, you understand much more. So for this one, I had this color, this gray color, and it's all over. So how I achieved that is coming to this body tag. Then you type style. Style means CSS. CSS is CSS cascading styles sheets. So what you're doing here is that you're telling your HTML, I want to style it. So you type style. This is what it should look like. Then you say background color. Background color. And gray. Gray. So you get this gray background. You can see my own gray here is lighter than this one. So you can come to this box here and just, when you hover on it, this box will come up. Then you can just change it. Like I'm moving, using my cursor to move this, to just make it a bit lighter. You can see it's now lighter. Anybody with any issues so far?
Yes, please. We actually in that background color, so we don't know how you selected the color.
Do you have this? Have you typed it and do you have this circle up here in your own?
Not yet.
Have you typed background color?
Yes.
have you typed gray? Have you put the semicolon? Did it come up?
Where?
When you typed background color, okay, let me do it once more. Let me do it slower so that you see what I just did. Background color. Do you have, when you type this thing, does it come up? This thing here. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so as you're typing, is this thing coming up? This IntelliSense, that's what it's called. Is it coming up as you're typing?
Yes.
Okay, so you click on it, you get this. Then I typed gray.
Okay.
I clicked on it. Just give it a minute. So this was too dark for me. So I came to this. I just put my cursor here. It will come up. Then I'll go back here and push it up to whatever color you want, sure. So however dark or light you want it. Doesn't have to be like my own. So that's how I've gotten the background color for everything. So next we'll go to, I hope everybody styled this one with H1 tag, the attributes. So we can see I have orange. Same thing, I'll come here, give it space, type style.
Yes.
Okay, type style. And to change the color of, can you mute your mic? To change the color of your text, you just type color. Now the color is, the spelling is C-O-L-O-R, there's no U. So you just type color and you can give it whatever color you want. So I just chose orange. You can give it whatever color. So orange, and I got this orange. So that's that for that. Then I want to show you something. I hope that's what you're seeing here. Let's see. Okay, so if you notice now, this one, you can see it's to the side here, it's to my left. This one here is in the middle. How did I achieve that? Share this, go back here. So after this orange, you put your cursor here. You want to type another thing. So for me to get this attribute to Funke, for me to get it in the center of this, my browser here, what you do, you type text align. So by the time you type text, it should come up text. That's the first thing, text align. Center came up, type center. So it has moved to the center. So what that is saying is that move your, whatever it is, to the center of the browser. So it's the one that will calculate what the center is. So it has moved it to the center. Are we clear up to that part? Hope there's no confusion.
Yes, ma.
Okay. So,
Ma,
yes.
hello, ma.
Yes,
Hello, ma.
I can hear you.
We just did the orange color
Okay.
in styling the text.
Yes.
So we are trying to do the
center
alignment.
So
center, yes.
text align. Type text align. Look at it here. Text align center.
Maybe after orange.
On the same, after the semicolon of the orange, on that same line, text align center. So for this one, so we've done this head. Now for the image and this writing here. To achieve this, if you look at it, this one now, they're like on the same line. But this one, this image is on top this P tag. I hope it's a P tag you used. So how do I get it to be on the same line? last class, I talked about divs. And I said divs are containers that you use. It doesn't show up on your browser, but you use it a lot, especially when it comes to styling, and you use it to group things. So to group your image and your p tag together, you use a div. So you come under that your H1. Let me expand this. You come under your H1 and you type a div. You open it. Then let me create space. So now we have a div that I've opened. We have image and we have p tag. So I can copy and paste. No, this one is opened. The closing tag, I will just cut it and put it under my p tag so that it is inside this div. So I have the div, image, and p tag all inside. This is very important when you want to style. So now I'm going to style this div. So I'll come here and type style.
Sorry, we had issue with our network, so we just logged in again.
Okay, so I was saying that I'm about to style. Let me go back here. So I was saying that if you look at this one that we're working on, or the one that I styled, this image is on the same line as, is together with this p tag. But what we have here, we have this image up and we have this p tag down. So now we want to style it to look like this. Now, we talked about div in our last class, that a div is a container that doesn't show up on the browser, but it helps you style your elements of the browser. So to achieve that, we have to put this image and this p tag in a div and style it so that it will be on the same line. We'll put this image and this p tag in a div. When we style it, it will look like this. So let's go back. So that's what we're about to do. So what I did here, sorry, please, could you mute your mic? So I made a div. And I put the image and the p tag inside the div. So you just make a div. You can copy and paste it so that the closing tag is under the p tag. So nothing has changed so far. You can see it's still the same thing on my browser. So you will go in and type display inside this your style here. So you type display. The second one, display, will come up. Then you type flex. Flex. I don't know if you noticed the change as you typed flex. Are we together? Is this how yours looks now? Or when you're there?
We are not seeing your.
Okay. So you display and flex.
I've done it, ma.
Okay. Has everybody finished? Can we continue? Sorry, There's a sound coming from somewhere. Should I continue, please? Okay. So I just want to show you that what we have here is in a box. And this is how I'll show you. So after this flex, I'm going to type something border 1 pixel. So you can see that this is in a box. We have everything in a box, and let me show you the code for that. This is the code. This is what I added. 1 pixel solid black. That's what gave me this. So it's good to have this border when you're styling so that you know what you are styling. You know, you won't be confused on how it will take place. You can remove it later. But now I can see that, okay, I have these 2 images in this box, in this div. This div now is this line, this black line that is around it. These things will get clearer as we go. So I've styled that one. Now I want it, you see my own here is up. This writing is up. I want this writing to come down, to be in the middle, like where her own is here. So, okay. I will type justify content. That's the first thing that will come up. I'll type center. Okay. Okay, so that justify content center, I don't know if you people noticed. Sorry. I really want you people to see something, so that's why I have to. Let me change my screen so that you see. I want you to see what this is, what's happening here. Okay, just pay attention to my own screen. I want to show you something. So the image was here. We have everything on this line because by default, HTML elements are left aligned. They start from the left to the right. But I want this one to be in the middle, this image and the writing to go to the middle to shift. So I type justify content center. You can see it moved to the middle. Then I want this P tag to move to the center, the writing now, to move to the center here. I'll type align. Okay. Sorry. I'll type align item center. I'll show you the code. As I typed align item center, this line moved to the center. So let me show you the code now. Okay. So this is the code, justify content center and align item center. Those were the 2 things I added. So when you're done, please type in, let me know so that we can move on to. Are we done? Hello, can't hear anybody. Are we done, or is there anybody here?
No, ma, we're not done.
Oh, okay.
We're not done, ma.
Okay.
Ma, we're done, ma.
Okay.
I'm done, ma.
Okay. So, okay, please let me change my screen share. Okay. Okay. So the next one is, okay, for these ones now, you can see that the dot is different. Let me see. This one, we have these black dots here. And for this one, we have these dots like this. And we have colors and things going on here. So we're going to create this one now. So we're going to the UL now. We're going to style the UL. So in the UL itself, like we'll type in style, then list style type, this second one, click it. So it's telling you that's for this, we're going to style these dots now. So what type of style do you want to give these dots now? These are the options. You can do this one, will come about. See how it has changed. You can do circle. So it just gives you the options. Let me just show this is what I chose, but let's go back and see the complete list. There's decimal, lower alpha, Greek. So anyone square, anyone you want to choose. So I chose circle, and that's why it's like this. So that's for that one. Then I started styling the background color now. So like we did originally in our border, we'll come here to these LIs now. I want to style them. Style, background color. What did I give it? You can give it anything, Sha. So I gave it white. And you can see it will take over the whole width of my page. Now it's doing that because in CSS or in HTML, not CSS, there are some elements that are called block level elements. A block level element like a P tag, LI, and or when you type it, it will take the whole length. So that's why the next line or the next thing you type will come on the next line. So you can see this film maker now is taking everything. You can see this film maker owns from here to here. So this actress now, there's no space for this actress. That's why it will come under. So P tags, H1 tags, all those ones are block level elements. Then we have inline elements. We'll handle that one when we get there. So that's the reason why we have it this way, while these elements come under each other, because they are block level elements. So this one is taking the whole width. So you can go ahead and style the other ones. You just copy and paste and style it the way you want to style it. So I will just copy my own here. Okay. So when you're done, please just let me know.
I'm done, ma.
Okay. The others, when you're done, let me know too.
We are done, ma.
Okay. So in my own here, the one that I done earlier, if you notice, it has some spacing inside the lines in between. This one that we have, if you look at your own, you notice that it's just squashed together. Everything's together. So to create that spacing, there's something that is called margin. We'll go into these things in detail when we go into CSS. But I just want you to type margin bottom for each one. So for this first one, margin bottom, then you type 5 pixels. You notice a space has been created. So you can see there's a space here. So you do the same thing for the others. Just copy and paste it and do the same thing. You can leave out the last one. There's no need for that. So are we done? That shouldn't take time.
I'm done, ma.
Okay.
We are done, ma.
Okay. So in this one, this filmmaker, there's no space inside. If you compare it to this one here, I don't know if you will notice. This one, the line is quite thin. This one, the lines are quite fat. They are thick. So to make it like this, to make this one like this is the code for it. Sorry. Okay. So this is the code for that. Let me increase it. You will come, after your margin, you will write padding. Padding, let's just say 5 pixels, so you can see mine has changed. It's quite fat now compared to this one. So you do the same thing for that, for the rest. Same thing. Okay, and you do it for this politician. Should look like this now.
I'm done, ma.
Okay. Almost done with this styling. So are we done with that? Then we can move on. The other group. Oh. Can I continue? Okay. So next thing you notice is for this one, it's not taking the whole line. It's not extending. It's just stopping here. While this one is taking the whole line. So one thing you would do, like when I'm styling, I always use these black boxes. All these ones, you can remove them. It's not part of the original design. So you can always remove it. Like this one now, let me go back to that, my border in that div. I'm going to remove it since I'm done with it. So you can just copy it out, remove it. So this is the design. Like this one, I don't have a black box. So this one is now taking the whole width. And if I put my black box to show you, something in this, my UL, I can just put that my border 1 pixel solid. You can see that the black box is showing. It's taking the whole width of my browser. So I want to make it take maybe half, or let it stop here. So I'll come to I'll say width. This one will come up width. I can try 200 px. We'll talk about all this later. We'll see. It's too small. When you're styling, there's a lot of try and error. Is it like this? Do you want it bigger? It's not as if you just know that, yeah, it's 200, you should put no. There's a lot of try and error. So 200, I think is too small. Maybe I'll say 300 or 250 or 220. You just try. After a while, you get used to where you should start from. This one is still looking somehow. So let me say 300. Sorry. So let me just say 300 for this. 300. Okay. Let's see. It's a bit okay. So we can leave it at that 300. And so and I can now remove this, my border. because that one is just for me for me to see what I'm styling. So I can remove it and I will see what I'm styling. I want to go back to this image because there was something I did for this one. This image here, this one is a bit big compared to this one here. This one is quite small. So I want to style the image. I'm going to style the image now. So we'll go back to that our image tag and give it a width. So it's just like your length and breadth. This one in CSS is width, that's across, and height, left to right and up and down. So height and width. So I'm going to give it a width that's from your left to right or left to right. Sure. I'm going to give the image. So I'll come to style. Width. Give it a width of 200 px. Px stands for pixels. Then I'll give it a height of 200 pixels. Of 200 pixels. So to still be like a square. So it's a bit, you can see it's a bit bigger. It looks more like what we have. So that's for that. Then we'll move to this H2. I styled my own as H2. I don't know what you styled your own as, this filmography. I styled it as a H2 because it's also a header, but it's not as important as this a tribute to Funke Akindele. It's another important, it's semi-important. So I styled it as H2. So I will go there and give it a background color of white because it has, let me show you my own here. My own has a white background and a gray text color. So based on what we've done, you know that you give this one a style background color white, then color for the text now, gray or whatever color you want to give it. So let's do that on our code. Are we there? So just like we did these other ones, we can reduce the width too, so that it's not going across the whole browser. So we'll give it a width. That same H2 tag, we'll give it a width of, we can also use percentages. So you can say width of 20%. I'm just trying to show you the different ways we can style things. You can see this 20% for my own is too small. This Y doesn't have the white background. So let me just add 40, make it 40%. So that's that styling. Let me increase it, that you see what I've done. So I'll continue. I'll rush a bit because we're beginning to run out of time. So next, we're going to style these ones now. This list. So I hope we all got that this will be ordered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see they all have the same color. So this one is pretty easy to style. Since they all have the same color, nothing is changing. We'll just go to the parents. So we'll just go to the OL. The OL is the parent of this LI. We'll talk about that while we're styling. So we'll go to the OL and type style, then color, and whatever color you want to give it. So I'm just maintaining my red. Why is it showing error now? Okay, sorry. I didn't give it color. So style color red. So you should have this open. Same thing. Okay. So for my own, I added this, I have this icon that when I click it, like we did, it takes me to Jennifer's YouTube page. It'll be a YouTube page for Jennifer. Now I just want to quickly show you how we got this icon. You can do this in your later on because we might not have time. But this is you type in icons 8 and you type in YouTube. So you type in YouTube, then the various YouTube icons will show. So you pick whichever one you want. So if this is the one I picked, so you can, let me just click it. When you click it, they'll say download. You click on download. So these are the sizes, depends on how big you want. But you usually go for these 48 pixels. You want it very small. Then you click download here. And you download it. See. You open to where it was downloaded. Okay, you go to your downloads, sorry. You go to your downloads. Mine was downloaded to my downloads, so I'm going to my downloads. Is this the code I'm working on? Anyway, I think it's this one. No, sorry. Trying to get the, okay. So I'll go to my downloads and I'm just dragging it. I think we all will know how to drag it now. We drag it and drop it there. So you can see it, your YouTube icon. I'll just delete it because I think I have this, the same one. Yes, I already have it. So I'll just delete this one. I already have it here. So that's how to get icons. The name of the website is icons 8. Sorry. It's icons 8. Let me type it in the chat. icons8.com. That's the name of the site. So you can get whatever icon you want, Instagram, whatever, it's there. So what I did was, sorry, let me get mine. Okay, so what I added to mine was I added a div. Did I? Wait, sorry. Yes, I added a div just under this OL. So I added a div and a H3. A div and a H3. I called it Jennifer's Diary. Jennifer's Diary. Sorry, I might go a bit fast so that we cover everything we're supposed to cover today, but you will see everything in the recordings. Jennifer's Diary.
You want to blow my head.
No, it won't blow your head. Jennifer's Diary is there in the recording.
Jesus.
You will see it. Sorry, I just have to go fast for this one. So like I had said, that we all know how to get the images, your videos in your YouTube. You're copying the link. I can't really go there now. I'm just going to copy the one I've done. So this link is your normal link. When copying link, make sure you copy it with HTTPS. HTTPS, make sure you have that so that it's a complete link. It's not just www.youtube. Make sure that HTTPS is there. Then I want it to be that when you click the YouTube now, it would take you to the link. For now, this is what my browser looks like. It's just Jennifer's Diary. So I'm opening this, my A tag. A tag is anchor tag, right? It's taking you somewhere. I will now put that's my YouTube image inside this A tag. So I write IMG, that is image tag. I will bring this, my YouTube, that YouTube icon we copied. I'll bring it here and press Shift. So it's now here. I'll just write icon here for alternative icon. So let me show you what I've done now, what we've done. Look at it. Jennifer's Diary. This H3, look at it here, Jennifer's Diary. A tag is the anchor for the YouTube link. I opened it. This is the opening and closing. Image, it doesn't have opening and closing, it's just one image. So I now put it in between so that when we click it, it will go to the YouTube page. But we know we don't want it to go to the YouTube page and we'll now lose this one. So we're going to add targets to our A tag so that it will open in another browser. So we're going to type targets_blank. That will make it open in another browser. So I think that is all, and this should be ready. And we are in the YouTube page. You go over it, this thing will make sense. That's why the recording is here. And if you have any problem throughout the week, you can message me, show me your code, and can get back to you. So we've successfully done that one. this charity initiative, how did I style my own? I don't think it was anything too big. So charity initiative, this was how I styled my own. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just going through 2 screens and it gets confusing sometimes. Can't even find. Anyway, the charity initiative, you will just, I just changed the size of it and the color, so we can do that. So where am I? So for this one, I made it bigger and changed the color to red. Let me try and make this one smaller. Okay, look at it here. Okay, I made it bigger and changed the color to red. So we can quickly do that. Charity initiative. Where is it? That's this H3 now. So as I'm putting all this space, if you notice, it doesn't change in the browser because you can't add space. Space is a style. So you can't add space in your HTML by putting space like this. I'm putting all this space and it still doesn't change in my browser. Even if I refresh, it won't change. It doesn't affect the browser. So charity initiative, we did style and color. Style, then color, I gave it red. Then I increased the size, font size. To increase the size is font size. While to change the color of the text is just color. Font size, I gave it 25 pixels. And it's bigger now. I didn't do anything to this one. Then join Funke's fan club. I gave it a H3. And I actually didn't do anything to it. Just left it like that. And for this one, I'm sure you people's, your form, I'm sure it's on a straight line, while my own is like this. So my, if it's on a straight line, is side by side by side, that is an example of an inline element. So it doesn't take up the whole space. Another one can go by the side, another one can go by the side by side by side. But my own is like this because I use divs. Divs are block level elements. So let me just copy my code here. Okay, look at it here. What I did, I used a div. Look at it now for the form. I used a div. I put the name, the label, and the input. I put it in a div. This for the email, the label and the input, I put it in another div. Then for the password, I put in another div, and then I just put the submit button. So I used like 3 divs for the 3 elements. I hope we're still together, because I can't see you people. I hope we're still together.
Yes,
Everyone's quiet.
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to show you something about this form. I don't know if you noticed your email, like if I submit this like this. Okay, it's not even working here. Anyway, for the password now, because I put password, you can see you can't see whatever I'm typing. And for the email, you have to put your @ you have to put your like Gmail @ whatever you get that. Then also I want to show you something about this form. You know how you have this label here? Most of the time I don't use label. What I do is just an aside. If I want to type, let's say last name, let's say input. So I want to put a last name. Let me put it here so it will make sense. Let me put, so an input I'll put an input tag. So last name is text that we're going to use. But I want to tell them to type their last name. What I'll do is something called an attribute called placeholder. So I can say enter last name. How do they even like this? Enter last name. So you can see it's here, enter last name. And by the time you start typing, it will go. So that's a way of doing your form if you don't want to do label and input and everything. So with this one line, you've taken care of the label, because label is just for telling people what to do. So with placeholder, you've done the same thing as what a label would do. So I know we rushed the end of it, but this is the introduction to styling. But normally, you don't really style it like this. When you want to style with CSS, you have your own, a separate sheet. That's how we'll style it, a separate sheet and we'll link that sheet to this one so that your HTML is a separate, is in a separate file, your CSS is in a separate file, so that if you have any problem, you just know, okay, this is a CSS problem, you know where to go. But for this one, if you have any problem, you have to start looking through all these lines. But I just want, since we did this, I wanted you to show you how we can also style this. But from the next class, we'll start with CSS proper and I'll explain everything we typed. So really don't get alarmed if you don't understand. I'm not expecting you to understand what I'm typing. I just want to show you that you've done a lot, we've learned a lot. So I will still urge you to go through this HTML. You can try styling whatever you want to style, like based on what we've done. At least you saw that there were some things that kept repeating itself. There were some things that kept repeating itself. So you can try styling some things. Try using this W3 schools. Where am I? Sorry, I've lost my sharing thing. W3 schools. That's site. I don't know. And you can use W3 schools. So you can read up on HTML and also on CSS for in preparation to the next class. So is that okay for today? Everybody's quiet.
Yes.
It will start like that, but honestly speaking, you pick it up. For programming, it's a lot of reading up and just trying and experimenting on things. So that's why I even gave you that form to do, and you could see that you people did it on your own. That's how it is. It can't teach you everything, but we can just teach you the basics, how to go about it. But the rest is just up to you and these W3 schools will really help you. So you can read up on it and that's that. So we'll see you next Sunday. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me and post whatever you want to post concerning whatever you are learning on our platform. So you can do that. Thank you very much and see everybody.
Thank you very much, Ma, for your time.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
All right.
ma'am.
Bye. Yeah.
Good day.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.